I'm Gabriella, and I'm from Performer Magazine and BrainChildMedia.net, and this is Lettuce. So most of you guys went to Berklee, and that's how Lettuce started in like '92.
Yeah.
All right. So is Lettuce the gig that you guys just come together and have a lot of fun because you've been doing it for so long? And
definitely. I mean, we were really, I guess we were all in high school in the 5-week program when we met, and it was the kind of thing where we were all into funk music and happened to kind of meet in this really, it was spontaneous how we met, and then as soon as we started playing together, it was just like connected in a way where all of us like had some different things we brought to the table that we showed each other. Like I learned a lot hanging out with these guys just about music and just how to play and how to improvise and just being turned on to different types of music. And then we just stayed in touch. And then in '94 we actually went to Berklee, where we were like actually enrolled, and that's when we actually came up with the name and started playing shows and stuff. So really '94 is when we started playing shows, but in '92 is when we all, at least Zwad, Shmeeans, Deitch, myself met, and then Neal joined us.
Our friend Nick Casper named us.
Nick Casper. Well,
he was around Boston.
And Chuck Basker.
Nick and yeah, Kraz and Nick.
And Sam Kinninger as well.
It's an extended family, and Eric Bloom and James Casey are the newest additions to the family.
Yes.
So.
James Casey was 8 years old.
That's a new intro stand-up.
I am standing.
Now, in terms of funk music, if it's not me, I've been seeing a lot of emerging young funk acts or funk-like acts this summer more than ever. And I was talking to a good friend and musician of mine. I asked him, like, is this just me, or like has funk always been there like this? And he said, you know what? It's always been there, and no one hates funk because it can cross over to so many different genres of music. Like the majority of ears can listen to it and appreciate it. So what do you guys think about that?
Everybody likes to dance.
Earth, Wind and Fire, The Meters, James Brown, Herbie. We all just were like, you guys are listening to this, I'm listening to that too, and just like they're killing.
Yeah.
I also think where Lettuce kind of crosses over is that we kind of have a psychedelic element to us, aside from just straight funk or jazz. I think we kind of get into the realm of almost what P-Funk, Parliament Funkadelic was trying to do a little bit back in the day, and hopefully if we touch on that, then we're doing something right.
Yeah, and Organized Confusion too. Organized Confusion, huge. They're sick with it. Forget about it.
Yeah. But another thing about it, it's not just fun. It's also like good music is good music, and I think that's a huge point of crossover for any style of music. Whether you're listening to Joni Mitchell or you're listening to Miles Davis, or you know what I mean. It's like any incredible band, or Tribe Called Quest, The Spoon, or whoever it is that you're checking out. I think people appreciate and in some way are introduced to music if it's really good music. I think that's what we try and do. Another part of our music, there's a modernity to it. So we're not doing anything that's like throwback. Like we all grew up on modern, on contemporary music. That's the greatest influence of music that we have. The greatest influence of music that we probably have, we can name in the past week or the past year of stuff that's influencing us. So, but it's like our minds, our tape record, we record everything that we've ever kind of experienced. So I think that's the other thing that Lettuce brings is the modernity to music, to this kind of like the evolution of whatever you want to call it, funk, or that's what we do.
And still being able to listen to like the all that stuff, all that quality music, but not be influenced to the point where you want to do something just because other people are doing it or because it's popular or going with some kind of trend, but to make something that you really know is something that's going to stand the test of time and be dope forever.
Funk is universal. Funk is definitely universal. It's undeniable.
That kind of leads to my next question, which was, in music, and especially musicians, you have to be evolving, you have to be creative. That's how you keep people interested. So, in terms, the electronic scene is always constantly evolving and adding new things. Like, what about funk? Do you think it's gonna it's going to stay as it is? Like, what do you think the future is?
I mean, yeah, I feel like it's our we have a responsibility to do something different than our forefathers did. Like James Brown, obviously, is who we can all agree on is like our biggest connection, and that's what we do. But we have to take it somewhere. We have to do something with it.
Yeah.
And between the sounds that Shmeeans does on the guitar and the vibes and what Neal's doing on the organ, you know, and the collab, it's like it's becoming a whole different thing. And
it could go anywhere.
And I mean, the thing is, with us, the stuff that we listen to has evolved. Like people that came before us didn't have access to people like Jay Dilla or Pete Rock or like hip hop,
Black Keys or
like,
whoever it is,
yeah,
like just everything that we
Scratch Perry or like all of those things influenced us. It's psychedelic music too, like even like Pink Floyd or something.
Rhinoceros,
like taking it, it's all
yeah.
about like we take tribal elements of music, which is like groove and funk, whatever. We also take like psychedelic things and cerebral things and try to mash them together. I mean, that was the original thing when we started. Is we'd spend hours just playing. It wasn't really like, oh, let's, and then we'd pull different pieces of it and record it on a tape, and Shmeeans would take the tape and run away, and then we'd all listen to it. And we'd listen to parts and be like, wait, that's a cool tune, or like that. But it comes from that spontaneous kind of like thing where we connect.
And our new album will be indicative of that, of what we're talking about.
Lettuce, it's its own entity, you know, and that's kind of what it feels like. So when we're like, it's almost like you're speaking about like in the second person. I almost, when I say lettuce, I don't, you know, I'm always like lettuce, it's this, you know, because that's what it is. You almost feel like you're something outside of it. So when we come together on the next album, just everything like Adam's been doing with break signs and pretty lights, like all these things kind of come, you know, it's like a you know, they all come together. Everything that's gonna come together. So like the next album, I know we're all sitting here just like we can't wait.
We can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's what it's like. It's not even like set in stone. We're like, yeah, we may have some ideas or some tunes, but we get in there. And right now, like Deitch, you were talking about like how we should rock the next show. That's like the stuff we're on. Like we'll play a show and we're like, all right, this is what we're gonna do on the next show. Which means to do this on the and like it's, you know, it's just kind of a, you know, just trying to flip it up every time you play.
And to wrap it all up, like going back to the start of our conversation, who is your favorite new emerging
Skrillex?
Skrillex.
Sorry, that's just mine.
Too fresh. We love Sharon Jones and Tab Kings.
Tab Kings are doing it. Dumps the Funk, real soulful band. Those guys are all killing.
I like the Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, that's
my prerogative.
Yeah.
Big Sam's Funky Nation.
Yeah, big up New Orleans. Pretty cool.
I'm a big fan of a group called Six Figures.
I like Too Fresh. Checked them out last night.
Yeah,
Sick.
killing.
So
killing.
sick.
Damn.
What's it about Double One?
I like the Nigel Hall band.
Yeah.
Yo, my boy, the Chambers joint, Michael. Tommy also, but well, the new Neal album.
Well, this is Gabriella from Performer Magazine, and you can catch this at BrainChildMedia.net. Thanks, guys.
Yes, thank you.
So much.
Thank you.
Brain Trust. We love you.